He says that he's gonna meet a quota. He doesn't establish what that quota is. I
Damn.
also think he killed a guy.
Yep.
Um, you know what game I like to play?
No.
Pathfinder?
Yes, yes, it's Pathfinder.
Ooh.
I
All right.
I
Also,
I
it's
didn't play.
RimWorld. I redid my mod list yesterday, and now I can't put air conditioners in my walls, and I don't know why. Um,
What?
Sedge.
it
I
is,
didn't. I
especially
didn't
for
play
the
much games this week.
Look at you,
Sorry.
responsible adult man.
Sorry, I interrupted you, Sal.
we return to the world of Logus, and not the town of Barton's Homestead, but rather a few miles out from it, deep in the forest, where a farm has been uh, built in the midst of a large forest clearing on some rolling hills, um, and where your abode, or rather Limina's abode, um, now stands. Uh, you have been visited by someone that you have met once before and have interacted with through a second person on a number of occasions. Danan, the centaur, um, stands before you, not aiming a bow at you as that token would
Oh, he is.
suggest. Um, he looks around at you now that you have apparently filed out and are now staring at him. And nods and says, "Hello. Um, may I speak to you all?
Of course.
I'd hate to intrude upon your home uninvited, but I thought that this was important."
Of course. Not our home, but well, technically we're living here. It's not actually our house. Would you like to come inside?
So is your home but not your house?
Yes.
Very well. I'll stay out here. It's well, I don't know if you have really a floor mat that's going to be adequate. He claps once with one of his hind hooves, which you note are pretty caked in various dirts from the surrounding forest.
Hmm.
Um, the travails of having a horse body. Uh, Thank you for your help with both the cave and with the uh, with the letter that you found. It was obviously it was exactly what we needed, but moreover it was exactly what everyone needed to know. I didn't quite think the Baron's plans for your town was as gleefully nefarious as what they turned out to be. Um, I'd like to get him back for this all. I'm wondering if you would like to help.
I mean, what do you have in mind?
I would like to see the Baron humbled, brought low, humiliated. Not killed, in case you're worried about that. I don't really do the whole political assassination scene.
Mm-hmm.
But um, the thing about the Baron is that he's extremely prideful, he's extremely prickly and arrogant. Getting publicly humiliated would be a good way to set him back. Maybe even break him. If he spent the rest of his life holed up in his tower not doing anything, I think the rest of us would be better off for it. Moreover, it might make the Count a little bit less useless in dealing with him if we made him appear a bit weaker. Not that I have a lot of confidence in nobles actually doing something to deserve the title, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it makes them stop trying to tax the town into oblivion, you know?
and
Fine with it.
honestly, for trying in the first place, he deserves a little retribution, I think. Plus, what your town is experiencing now is what the people of its barony have been experiencing since as long as he's held his title.
Well, we sure he'll stop, or he just won't crack down harder.
Yeah. What are the odds that spiteful people could break or they could double down? We need to be prepared for either outcome, should we decide to do this.
Well, his ability to crack down on the town from as far as I don't know. Obviously, there'd be a lot of suspicion now on trying to tax the town unduly, and if he tried to, come in here with soldiers?
Would be a bit obvious.
He'd have to. It would be like he would be declaring war on a neighboring barony. He can't do that. Well, I guess he could, but at which point there'd be not too much protecting him from the blowback.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, he just deserves it. Like, trying to dress it up a lot, but really, honestly, this guy is such an asshole. Look, there's any number of honorable reasons to take this down, but at its core, this is just right. Some people who are powerful and shouldn't be deserve to be reminded of that.
When are we doing this?
Well,
If Talos is on board, it's definitely holy.
glad to see. By the way, did you do something with your hair? You look different. Never mind.
No.
The festival that he's planning another week seems like a perfect time to have a little fun at his expense, literally and figuratively.
Festivals tend to be pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. They can also be pretty distracting. The Baron will be up underneath a pavilion in front of the mayor's home, sitting with her and a few other important folks on a little raised stage sort of thing.
Oh my god, will there be a tourney? Is there gonna be a tourney?
Tourneys take more than a couple of weeks to organize, unfortunately.
Alright.
So no, like, archery tournaments?
From what I understand, no, he's obviously this is something that's being thrown together at the last second as part of a mea culpa for him, and he doesn't particularly, I would guess, feel like putting a lot of effort in, besides what he has to. This is more angled at the Count than for anyone else. So there'll be like tents of food and stuff, and probably some games, arts, crafts. It'll probably be like a fancier market day, really. To be honest, it's probably going to be a little lame, which is not exactly fitting for my purposes.
Well.
I want people's eyes to be locked on something.
What if we were to convince them to do like a bigger thing, like even if it's last minute, like try to do like a bigger thing?
Well, actually, I was kind of thinking, what if, you know, you said tourney earlier, and obviously it's not a real tourney, but, some bit of, you know, violence for entertainment.
Entertainment
pretty
is what
attractive.
I'm thinking. You've mentioned food, you've mentioned crafts. You haven't mentioned entertainment, so this is... I mean... Look at me. I'm a one-man entertainment.
That you are.
I can draw a crowd.
The living embodiment of entertainment.
You might be able
Yeah.
to do it by yourself, but I'm
He
thinking...
does a cartwheel. He does a sick cartwheel.
You're gonna need to roll for charisma.
How sick is it? Can you roll,
It's
please?
such a sick cartwheel.
You're
No, you
gonna
have to
need
roll for it.
It's so sick. Okay, okay. Is cartwheeling acrobatics or
Yes.
performance?
Acrobatics.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
I feel like if you roll a nat 1, it'll make it even more entertaining, to be honest.
That could be potentially correct. Oh, hey.
You do a sick-ass cartwheel.
Oh, woohoo!
That's pretty sick. Check this shit out.
I put a little razzle dazzle on the end of it. But the cartwheel ends in like perfect splits.
Nice.
Yeah.
Eight Eyes, you do a cartwheel.
Huzzah!
Hey, that's pretty good. Big man got some moves.
I try.
Oh.
What I'm saying is that I could also participate in this distraction as well. We can be in cahoots and continue your conversation while I imagine this in my head with my imagination.
Okay. Have you ever heard of Champions Clash?
What?
Or Champions Call, sometimes called that?
Have
Oh.
I?
You were talking
Okay.
about a phone game for some reason.
Champions.
I
This
thought
is
you
a
were too.
paid product placement. Have you ever heard of Champions Clash?
I actually really thought you were going into like a bit. I'm sorry, Sales. Champion Clash. What's that?
Have I heard of Champions Clash?
Earn crowns. Play against your friends.
You won't be able to put down this game.
Just go to the App Store.
You know, these are being posted on YouTube. Rise Shadow Legends, if you want to
Have you
throw
heard of
me
Raid
money, I'll
Shadow
do it.
Legends?
Have you heard
Raid
of
Shadow Legends. It'd probably help if I got the actual name right.
Raid Shadow Legends. It's the hottest thing.
Yeah, everybody advertises for them.
Dude, when I make it, it's gonna be my turn soon. One day.
One day. Cecil, yes, you do know what a Champion's Call is. You've heard it as a Champion's Call, actually. I think you know it to be really called a Champion's Call. Champion's Clash is sort of like what do we call it? Anyway,
It's an alternate name.
yeah.
Colloquial name?
Colloquial name. Thank you. A Champion's Call is basically a semi-professional fight between well, called champions, but really it's two adventuring parties in Ardania, either to put on a show or because as a more formal duel. There are times in Ardania nobility where they will fight duels occasionally, and when peasants have a issue that they can't hash out with words, they'll come to blows in their own way, somewhat less ritualized and with perhaps less classy weapons. But still, the same thing is there. A champion's call is a sort of legal version of dueling between adventurers that have chosen to do so to sort of settle things, most often. Though it can be done for entertainment purposes. With the primary rule of don't kill each other.
That's a good rule. I think.
So, my thought is that is pretty eye-catching. And there's two other parties in your town that, well, I hate to put it this way, but I'm essentially asking you to start a fight with one. Or both, have a three-way.
I mean, we could probably arrange for something with the party we're in good with.
Yeah, I mean,
That implies that there's a party you're in bad with.
No.
well,
not-
yes, but I don't want to make it worse with them. However, Griff is also a bard, and if we tell him that we want to put on a show, he would absolutely be down for it.
Okay.
Also, I say we aren't really in battle with them. It's more their leader, who is a bit of a boss. The rest are fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I rather like the rest of them.
Alright. Well, whoever you choose. If around before the final ceremony of the day, which is when Orva is going to be making some sort of speech, probably just remind you how great he is.
Is it that? He's pretty great, I guess.
No, he sucks. The whole previous conversation was about how he sucks, my dude.
Well, he's being great at being a piece of shit, is what he's being.
Oh,
Yeah.
True.
okay, good save.
He's 17. His attention span is that of about a hyperactive mayfly at this age.
What?
I understand.
What?
What?
That's sick.
As he like watches a butterfly fly by or something.
Mhm.
Huh?
You
Huh?
go twice as high.
Mm.
If
He
you
just
can,
likes to feel included.
I get it. But if you at that time could set up a champions clash just sort of in the middle of things,
Oh shit.
they'll
will
probably
serve as
put a
a
pause on
distraction.
things and take a bit of a watch. From what I understand, Baron Horva has on occasion hired adventuring parties to do private ones, so he'll likely be eager to pay attention.
Oh, so this'll be a kind of whiz bang out of the blue situation, and not a sort of organized beforehand. Kind of a, hey everybody, come check this out, ba ba da ba, like one of those.
I think it would be better to be a surprise.
Biblo casts Bullhorn on himself. Ba ba da da.
Yes, like that.
Like that.
Danan clops back slightly, and you think you actually hear him whinny, but it might be Binky.
Okay.
You're not quite sure. It just came from that direction.
Come on, come on! To the greatest show in what's the name of the fucking town again? Oh no, Barton.
That pretty much got it.
That was a Rita and not a Biblo.
No, that was a character.
I woke up from a big nap a little while ago and I'm a little groggy.
Man, wish I had a big nap.
No, it was a bad nap. It was too long. Wasted so much time.
You weren't wasting it. You were napping.
It was more like a sleep.
Oh.
If I'm gonna be honest.
Sometimes you need to sleep. Okay. So that's pretty perfect. Yeah, you just need a party that can do it and do it convincingly. Like this is supposed to be sort of like a duel, such as it was. I just realized that it was paused this entire time. My apologies.
No, it paused pretty recently. I assumed it was
Oh.
a trilby.
It might have been me actually. Because Trilby's actually just snoozing.
Mm.
So, yeah, if you can set this up with your Griff friend, that works for me. My band. Maybe not the best word. My friends and I can infiltrate in the meantime during the festival and before. And in the moments while things are distracted, we'll do what we need to do in the background.
All right.
And then should be a pretty good surprise.
How long do we have to make the fight last for?
My guess is that Horva will give his concluding speech when the fight's over. And that's when I want to nail him. So,
Right.
basically, combat until conclusion.
And the thing you're going to do to him, you're gonna tell us what it is?
I was considering leaving it a surprise.
Oh, you're not going to kill him.
No, again,
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Also, less culpability if we don't know what's happening.
Nothing would bring down every noble from here to throne on me and my fighters like killing a member of the peerage.
Okay.
Yeah, that wouldn't help anyone. Unless he was, like, raising an army to attack Barton's homestead, for instance.
Hmm.
So, if that situation were to occur, rest assured, we'll do some fighting.
Alright.
Oh, oops, get out of here. So, you got any questions you want to ask me, or?
Well, I
You
got
all
a
good with
question
this?
actually. I actually got a question, but it's for Sal's, not this guy.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm thinking about, like, I really should have asked this much earlier. What, you know what? No, this is a question I can Google. Sorry, Sales. Continue.
Okay.
I'm not gonna waste your time having you explain something that I can just Google.
Okay. Well then,
Riff, not Griff. Riff, right?
Yes.
Riff as in got it, music.
Sales is like, really?
I didn't think of that. Okay. So yeah.
Yeah,
Besides
find
that, any
party.
questions?
I mean, just in general, like, you know, how have you been? There's a big bounty on your head, I assume.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, we left. Yes, we left the wanted poster at the stump for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty bad likeness, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, it's fortunate that it's a bad likeness, but still.
I mean, I'm not exactly concerned about it, so. But yeah, I did see it, and yeah, 100. What was it? 50 gold?
I think it started 50, and then they were going to, like, continue increasing it as you continue to evade them or something.
Right, right. The other documents that you found.
Hmm.
Yeah, kind of insulting actually. That's that low, but yeah, is what it is.
Hmm.
Oh, that's the other thing, and this is going to be a bit of an imposition.
Huh?
Your house here is close to Barton's homestead, and I understand that you have a, excuse me, a lesser known path to get here that is much faster than average.
Yes.
Is it lesser known at this point? I mean, it's just the ferry path. It's just you head down the road and it takes you to Button's homestead in 15 minutes.
So we also told the mayor she should put a warning sign up, so that might be there by now.
Yeah.
Yes.
It definitely is not.
Ah.
There's no marking as to where this entrance is. I looked for it, actually.
I see.
Yeah. That's fun. I like that.
If you could show me where it is, I'd appreciate it, and I'd appreciate if I and my, I don't know what to call our group, actually.
Compadres.
Friends.
Oh my god.
Comrades.
And Patriots.
Your band of
Yeah.
merry men.
Ooh, a band of merry men.
I mean, there are women in it too.
Well, you know, men is like, you know,
I'm using
the
the
world
general
of
men.
the worlds of orcs and men, or what? You know, Tolkien.
What?
What? You guys are. Come on, you're not well read enough to know about Tolkien. He's a famous
Have you
bard.
not heard of
He
Mel
wrote
Brooks'
interesting
Men in
histories.
Tolkien.
Tolkien.
Okay.
And yes,
Tolkien.
yes, Tolkien, an elven bard, and scribe of many centuries past. Jeez Louise.
Back where
Yeah.
I come from, we had a bunch of thieves in the forest that would rob from the rich and give to the poor, and they wore tights, and they were led by Mel Brooks.
Ah, Mel Brooks. Indeed.
Mel Brooks.
I'm not sure if I should be making you roll for deception or
Mental
not.
damage.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
That too.
Mel Brooks was a powerful druid.
There was no intent in that sentence. That was just okay.
Yeah, this is all real and canonical.
Mm-hmm.
Would you want Mel Brooks to be real?
Yes.
We're watching our
I'm
favorite
all
time
for it.
reality get destroyed.
I I loved Mel. See, Mel Brooks wrote a lot of really great fiction, not necessarily historical sort of stuff. But he wrote one story called Young Iteron, and it was really good. It was really good, you guys.
Hmm. Interesting.
How could an Iteron be young?
I mean, you'd have to watch the play and find out.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Hello?
Um,
okay, go.
But I wouldn't be opposed to showing you the entrance, though I would ask that you and your friends and anyone else involved keep Limina as out of it as possible.
who's Limina?
Limina owns the house,
Oh,
and she's letting us live here.
I think
Oh.
she's peeking out the window right now.
Would we be endangering her by, bringing our criminal buddies, compadres?
um,
Uh,
we'll just use this as a staging ground to reunite and then escape into the woods. We won't stay here long. But I'm not looking to go to ground here, unless you have like a secret tunnel or something.
I mean, we have the secret pool in the basement, but
Yeah,
I
we
don't
have a
think
pool
that
in the
leads
basement.
anywhere.
Oh my god, with all of our new friends coming over, we could have a pool party.
You have a pool in your basement?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We also have a bathtub that probably had blood in it. Doesn't
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, Limina inherited the house when her uncle was eaten by a hag.
Oh. Jeez.
we should not speaking of that out loud, perhaps.
What?
Yeah.
Why? Okay.
Talus will be looking look at the house, see if Limina is.
You
Yeah, I
don't-
would assume we're not like shouting about it so she can overhear, but
Listen, I don't want to
Yeah.
get away from that.
yeah, good point.
You do not see Limina looking out the window. Last you saw her, she was in the living room reading a book.
hmm
All right. Well then, yeah. If there's someone here that isn't prepared to be involved, then I don't want to involve them. So we'll be here, and then we'll retreat here, and then we'll be gone.
Alright.
Might be gone before you even get here.
Thank you.
And also, obviously, I don't want this to catch back to you either. So, my suggestion is that when setting up the Champion's Call, you don't let the other party or parties know that it's what it's for.
Well, I assumed we could just have Biblo challenge Riff to a bard off, and then it could escalate from there.
Yeah, or since there won't be any entertainment, I could, as a way to liven things up, sort of, could just
I'll leave
sort
it to you to figure out the details.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's have a big battle.
You're
for fun.
adventurers. I expect that you should be able to figure out how to start a fight.
I absolutely know how to start a fight.
Yes.
Actually, it tends to happen without me knowing how I did it.
All right. Well, you got a week, so I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to figure it out. And yeah, if you would excuse me, I have my own preparations that I need to get to.
Yeah. Should we
Also,
show
the
you
path-
the fairy
The
path?
path
Yeah.
is rather easy. You just go down there and stick to it.
Well,
Don't go off the path.
I'm gonna.
Mm.
I think. I'm gonna walk towards the path. I'm gonna go towards the path.
Apparently, keep an eye out for unicorns.
Oh yeah, that too.
Really?
Uh huh.
Interesting. All right. Danan follows you. Eventually, you lead him to the entrance of the fairy path, where he expresses his amazement that he didn't see this at all as he was coming in.
It's pretty cool, right?
Pretty
Is
handy.
it the sort
yeah.
of thing where we have to show someone and then they can see it?
Who
Um,
knows?
Fine.
I'm not 100% certain, but I am gonna cast Bullhorn on myself again, and then like into the forest, I'm gonna yell. No, you know what? I'm gonna whisper, but it's a really, really incredibly loud whisper, and I'm just gonna say, "This is our friend. His friends are gonna also use the path. It's cool. Please and thank you." There. Now it should be good now.
Roll perception.
Oh fuck. Okay, I'm in the kitchen and
boy.
I got bread dough on my hands. Here we go. Okay, here we go.
What bread are you making?
I'm making some overnight. Why am I still talking in the voice? I'm making some baguette dough, some overnight baguette dough.
Is it from that
in the
recipe you
voice.
linked a while
Yeah,
ago?
yeah. I haven't made baguettes in a minute because it's been really hot. But Oh shit! I didn't roll privately. My
That's
bad.
okay. Kea and Biblo, you think you see a tree in the distance give you a thumbs up.
Sick. Yeah, I think we're good to go.
Okay. Well, thank you. Truly, this is a great help. And
In
hopefully
Sylvan, I
we'll-
want to whisper to the tree, but also very loudly. I want to loudly whisper to the tree. Yeah, cowabunga, dude. But in Sylvan, I'm sure there's a word for cowabunga in Sylvan.
I'm not sure if there's a direct translation, but I'm sure you can convey the gist.
It's like a really like kind of ye old English medievally way of saying cowabunga.
Mm,
It's like most exquisitely done, my fair fellow, or something like that.
yes, definitely what Old English sounds like.
I don't know.
Ye old fellows.
So Old English is a separate language from modern English.
Yeah, I just mean like medievally, like the cadence and sound, and not literally.
Well, that's
like...
the thing. That is, well, actually, depending on where you are, that in the Middle Ages, it could be Middle English.
It's quite a permissible and radical moment. Whatever, I can't do it.
No, like if here, let me try to.
But I also didn't mean to interrupt our friend.
So, who ert thu would be how are you?
Wonderful.
It's really quite a lot closer to the German language that Germanic language that I developed from.
Sounds fake. Pretty funny.
It's pretty different.
For real, for real.
Anyway, Danan thanks you again, and then steps off into the fairy trail, disappearing among the trees.
And we never see him again.
Yep.
Bye, travel safe. Yelling and waving.
Disappearing among the trees when he is attacked by redcaps.
No!
Never forget.
Oh man. Said please and thank you, even.
Hey, the tree gave you a thumbs up, and he's pissed off about it, but what can you do?
Okay. I'll put up with the claim then. So that was struggling to open doors. Check through them.
Fortunately, it is a double door.
How do you get through the hallway into your room?
Sideways.
He squeezes.
That's a great question, isn't it? I have to unhook my shield
It's just difficult terrain for him.
Mm-hmm.
and then just move sideways.
Maybe, you keep saying we can modify the house. Maybe we could add a double door, like, right here.
That actually wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea.
Get the retribution act.
But being as setting that aside for the moment, you do now have a bit of a quest,
Yes.
an objective, and a need to figure out how to get it done.
For speed, perhaps. It's time. Did we have like a week for it?
You do have 6 days.
Above the table, what if we like for the entire week we kind of just live sly comments to the other party, and then just to prime up the vibes
Oh,
for the challenge.
like we want to neg them?
Maybe not.
What if we just tell them we're gonna put on a grand show?
Like,
Yeah.
man. Looks like
Sort of.
we have more quests done than you.
Oh
And then,
no.
and then you let it marinate for next day, and then you go,
Oh,
yeah, that last quest you
Show off
did.
to the people.
we could do that to the
In the-
party
in the
we're
Duke.
not on good terms with. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Get them fired up.
You just build it up.
Or
But the point was to. Sorry.
oh no, sorry, no, you go.
Nope.
What?
I thought the part was we could get our friends, our friendly party, and just tell them like, yeah, this thing's coming up, but there doesn't seem to be entertainment planned. Man, that's boring. Maybe we could put on, maybe we could have like a kind of show. You guys do showmanship stuff, we do showmanship stuff. And then when it happens, it's like, man, this is really boring. Like, let's give them a real thing. You guys want to go? Let's go. And then they'll be like, yeah, we do want to go. And then we'll fight.
We'll
Okay.
tell them we're gonna show off our skills and abilities, so
Yeah.
more people will want to hire us.
Yeah, just because they're like, some of them are entertainers, right? So saying like, man, this seems like it's gonna be really boring. We could be
Literally,
entertaining.
just tell them we're going to be putting on a Champions Clash.
I guess we could be that direct about it.
Yeah.
They'd probably be down.
We just need to tell them about
yeah,
why
but
we're
we
doing
need to make it like as not premeditated as possible.
True.
I'm saying just like give them the idea. Like if it's boring enough, maybe we could do some stuff.
Zhuzh it up a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
At just about every
and then we could like, put a big show of like airing a challenge. Like, man, it's so boring. Won't anybody help us add some excitement to this? Will anybody step up and fight us one-on-one or whatever? And then they'll be like, yeah, buddy. And we'll all wink at them and they'll all wink back.
And then we'll wink back.
And then we'll wink again with the other eye.
And then they'll wink with both eyes.
And then we'll
That's a
be like,
blink.
was that a wink or and they like it?
The difference between you and me is that when you winked, I didn't wink back. Batman.
What?
I think I was trying to do like I stare at the abyss and I don't know. Whatever.
With Batman? I love
Yeah.
it. No notes. No notes.
Yeah, I mean, should probably, I guess, head out in the city, probably.
Yeah. Let's go make contact with our peeps.
There's-
We really should just be going out and hanging out at the tavern more in the evenings.
Yeah.
Get fucking blitzed.
That is
Well-
something I wanted to mention last time, especially since technically I'm trying to play a social butterfly with Kea. She would be going into town and hanging out with people.
Is that what a
Okay.
social butterfly means?
Yeah, someone who flits around from
Oh.
person
You're
to
a bird.
person, conversation to conversation.
I thought it was like being a
I can flap
butterfly
around.
and it's like, oh no, I'm getting blown away by the social winds because I'm a butterfly.
Oh, no. It means you effortlessly flutter around in social situations.
And you got a weird looking mouth, yeah.
And you got a weird, you got a
A
proboscis.
proboscis.
Hey, what the fuck?
I don't know.
Proboscis?
Yeah, that's what a butterfly's mouth is called.
Yeah, it's like a big curly straw.
Whoa.
Yeah, it goes.
Actually, it's
Yeah,
a very
I saw-
small curly straw.
Yeah, well, it's pretty long, is what I'm saying.
It's,
you know?
it's big compared to the rest of the butterfly.
I've
Yeah.
seen it uncurl, and it licked a chalkboard once when I was a little kid, and I had one of those little Fisher Price chalkboards outside. Just
Oh.
landed on that and give it a lick. Flew
I got
away.
attacked by a butterfly.
What?
What?
This tastes awful. Then flies away.
Yeah, pretty much, I think.
What a terrible flower.
Alright. I got my allowance. I can go out now.
I don't know why I really like the idea of just an animal just going like, he tastes like shit. You were a waste of energy. Bye. I don't know. This reminds me of how sharks taste test everything.
Ooh.
You gotta taste test that, or you might not know if you like it or not.
It does taste like seals. Tastes like shit.
Alright, here we go.
I'm sorry.
Is Talos carrying his
Is
buddy around
that really
right
what you think I'd be doing? Carrying it.
I kind of feels like you could be.
I mean, true, but like, damn.
Wait, what do you mean?
Under me is, wait, how do I
This new
select
bolt.
Talos?
On ally. Press Z key, or just move one of them. Just unselect, drag and unselect both, and just move on. No, like just make like a square outside of it, so that
Gotcha.
yeah, there you go.
I get on my boy.
So as I think we noted though, Javier, currently your yak is a young yak.
Oh no! I don't
And-
join him. I'm carrying him.
They go everywhere together.
That's adorable.
Are you gonna learn gravity magic?
Listen,
I don't know.
I'm not that big.
Eventually, the yak might be big enough to put Javier on, or it's already big enough to put Javier on, but enough to put Talos on.
Oh,
Dude. True. Wait, Talon? No,
Aww.
it is him. Very cute. I guess somebody else can ride him for now.
8 Eyes will take this challenge.
It's not a challenge. Don't do anything crazy, please.
8 Eyes is gonna ride this young, cow.
Making me nervous.
I will be respectful. I'm very good around animals, as we are all animals of some kind. And I'm already respectful as it is.
You're being so
I'm a nice guy.
Talos, you can trust me. When have I ever filled you with anxieties?
Right?
Well,
What?
it does happen a lot. Whenever you're fighting.
Yeah, but that's fine. You should be anxious. That's the proper time for it. You should. That's the worry for your comrades.
Okay. You can ride him.
Yeah, and then when
But-
battle comes, I'll make sure to park her somewhere safe. I don't know. I don't think that's gonna happen. Don't worry about it.
I'll take care of the parking.
Okay, that's swell. You're a cool guy, Talos.
Thank you.
The yak makes a yak noise as
Sure.
Eight Eyes approaches.
Does the yak? I don't remember if Talos named the yak.
Johnny
Don't worry about
Bravesoul.
it. You can hold the thing over him and see it.
Johnny
John.
5 Aces.
Yeah, he's just a little guy.
John.
Man, I should have named him Frederick Bravestone. That would have been pretty good.
But you didn't.
Listen, okay, I don't listen. I don't
Little
want to get
Johnny
copyright strikes.
You still
Alright.
could.
What do I got to do for like what am I rolling here?
I mean, strictly speaking, you don't technically really have to roll
All right.
anything. Johnny Bravesoul is trained as a riding animal and will accept you as a mount unless told not to, or if told
Alright.
to rather. If not, it won't just accept anyone as a mount. I should clarify, but if you were to get up onto it and it senses that it's okay from Talos, then yeah, you will.
I pet Johnny. I tell him you're a good yak, Johnny. Trust you.
The yak pushes its giant yak head into your chest.
I don't know what that means.
Killing you.
That's that means it likes you.
That's good.
I think.
What is do we got treats? Do I got a carrot? You got a carrot, Talos? I think yaks eat carrots.
No, he's eaten enough for now.
All right.
I'll get him something better in town.
All right. Sounds swell. Oh, why are you crying, Romeo? That's my cat. Don't know why I'm doing the voice. Come here.
Oh,
Oh, you're cute. Okay. Well, I guess I get on.
Okay.
All right.
You climb up onto the yak, and it is a very high vantage point. You are now riding on a yak. Congratulations.
I'm king of the world.
Has Spanky lost any weight?
Not really.
That's not good.
He
I don't
seems
think,
fine.
Minky's
No.
moving around much or doing anything.
He's just sort of hanging out, being round. They were magical oats, or feed, or whatever they were. So,
Mhm.
you never know.
I think it's oats. But yeah, we should good town. Get crunk.
Okay. Well, the walk to Barton's homestead is obviously a pretty fast one, as you now know. And you can easily take Binky in the cart to make it even that much faster.
and get Binky exercise.
Mm-hmm. The horse with the eternally bored expression drags you all along in your little wagon back to town along the ferry road and into Barton's homestead once again, where you can soon find yourself in the Silver Arm Inn.
I do apologize. I will be right back. I need to walk my dog.
Oh, well,
Sorry.
okay.
I can't use the stairway. It looks disabled, but it let me in anyway.
Nice.
Or maybe Sal's is just moving people.
I may have moved everyone.
Okay.
Ooh.
The Silver Arm Inn is hopping as usual. A substantial number of both the local peasantry and, or that's rude, or dismissive, the local citizenry, and of course, including a number of adventurers. Now mill about, speaking to each other and drinking, eating. It's a lovely day. As you approach the bar, Damask nods to you and goes, "Greetings all. Need anything? Afraid there's nothing on the board yet."
Just here to hang out. You know,
Good.
have a
You-
drink.
You have a hot chocolate?
First milk, now hot chocolate. As it happens, yes, we do have chocolate, and we can heat up liquid to put it in. I'll have Thrum make you some.
Thank you.
Anybody else
let's-
want anything? Maybe something a little stronger than hot chocolate?
Mead, please.
That I
Oh,
can do.
mead would be fantastic.
Arling Mead's best stuff. We got plenty of it.
It's Ardania's known for their bees.
Mm-hmm.
I should.
You
I should
tried
get
spiking
you.
hot chocolate with like peppermint schnapps.
Hell yeah.
Peppermint schnapps.
It's really good.
I don't know if we have any of that. Schnapps
It's
are
a-
more of a Alkenden thing.
Oh, I thought it was like a orcish liqueur. No.
Well, no, but we just like getting it here is, well, it's not exactly flying off the shelves, if you know what I mean, but I can check. I mean, really, most of what I have here is what we brew, so. But
No, it's fine. I'll just stick with hot chocolate. Well, no, what's the soup of the day?
the soup of the day is chicken soup.
Okay. I'll start with that.
Can you grill me a cheese?
I'm sorry?
Can you grill him a cheese?
I'm sorry. It's something I picked up when I was traveling through the event. It's where you take like a couple pieces of bread, you put a little bit of butter on the outside of them, put some cheese on the inside, and then you kind of like press it on the hot like cooking implement, and so the cheese gets melty and the bread gets crispy,
You want a hot cheese sandwich?
like a toasty cheese.
Well,
sandwich.
it's been fried on the outside, so it's buttery and.
You
crispy.
want a grilled cheese sandwich?
Yes.
Well,
yeah,
not
a
necessarily
grilled
what I would
cheese.
say. It's not really being grilled, but yeah.
But I would say that I would like to have a cheese grilled for me. Like grill me a cheese.
Well, not grilling the cheese, really. It's grilling the bread.
Grill me a cheese and peel me a grape, please.
Billy did surgery on a grape.
No, I did not. I did not need
Yeah.
to know that either.
Ah,
I'm gonna go and see if I can make hot chocolate.
can you also skin me a peach?
No, skim your own peach.
Hey, Sals, what's the exact nature of the event that the Count's going to be holding again in town?
It is a festival.
A festival, yes.
It is a. It's sort of like a summer festival, but for no real
Or the Duke, I
summery
suppose. I can't remember.
reason.
It's a Duke or Count.
Baron.
He's a baron.
Aaron! Yes, my brain is
The
out outside
Baron.
of my head right now.
It's okay. The Baron is holding a festival to have people in Barton's homestead forget about the fact that he tried to attack them into oblivion.
Ah, I see.
Or more so to uh, assuage the fears of the Count that there might be any unrest over the alleged scheme to tax the town of Barton's Homestead into oblivion, which is obviously made up.
Yes. Will there likely be any visiting guests from outside of Baron's Homestead?
The Count. Excuse me.
Count?
No, not the Count. The Baron. Now you got me doing it.
Yeah.
The Baron is going to be there, which means his entourage. But besides them, no. You think that this, from what it's been described to you, there might be some people from Little Crossing here, potentially, as you know, a way to sell things. People buy things at festivals. But no, this is not going to be a large-scale event. This was very hurriedly put together, and may in fact be somewhat slapshod. It's been a week since the events at the Silver Arm Inn where you secured the documentation, and since then, the whole thing has, all the fallout has gone down, and from what you can tell, the mayor is more annoyed more than anything else at having to suddenly be responsible for putting this all together.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually,
I feel
Damas
like-
does come back with your food and drink, and you are happily served for the normal funds.
Wait, how much is that?
Oh, a hot chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a Minotaur-sized hot chocolate, so we'll call it a silver. Chocolate isn't exactly cheap.
Okay. Silver given.
At some point, we should donate a Talos-sized chair for in front of the fireplace.
I mean, Talos fits in that chair, technically.
He's technically squeezing in it.
Insofar as his hips fit on the seat, mostly. There's a bit of overhang
It's a
onto the.
delicate feat of balance,
Mhm.
discipline.
And probably Talos wouldn't be wearing like his full suit of half plate to sit down in the Silver Arm Inn. So
Yeah, he's definitely not wearing that. The shield is also contested.
yes,
Leave
after
it at
all
that.
your weapons would have to be checked at the door, as you know. And that includes a shield, as that is what Talos uses. But yeah, what would you like to do whilst you're here at the inn?
I don't know, talk to people, check in with
Cecil.
the Vanguardians.
Mm-hmm.
Cecil's gonna approach Riff.
Oh no.
Oh, my man!
It's my good associate Riff. How are you doing this evening?
Associated?
Mm-hmm. I've heard of the festival in a week's time.
Yeah. Was hoping Khan might be able to make it, but I don't think he's gonna be able to. Yeah, it's been sort of been on everybody's mind. Seems like a kind of thrown together thing, if you know what I mean.
Yes, indeed.
It's probably gonna
Rather
be
slapdash.
yeah, probably just gonna be like some like carnival games, stuff like that. Maybe got a bunch of shopping stalls. Probably gonna be some pretty good shopping. Maybe. Might have carnival food or festival food. You know, fried stuff. Which is good. But you don't want to eat a lot of it. probably not good for you. You got any thoughts on it?
Yes, actually, I have a proposition for you
Oh,
and your party. Hopefully, make it somewhat more exciting.
okay.
I heard of the tradition of the Champions Clash.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Love that shit. You see champions clash with each other and, well, yeah, that kind of is, like, basically what it is, isn't it? It's just,
Yes,
it says so right there.
it's right in the name.
Yeah, it's fun as hell. Yeah, that'd be a great, show to have at a festival. Probably define the whole thing.
Yes, I was thinking perhaps all two parties could perhaps do one in surprise.
You see
Put on a
Riff,
surprise show.
like, his eyes widen and his body, like, almost shoots off the piano bench that he's on as he begins. He seems like he's ready to accelerate through time in order to reach your proposed event, when suddenly you see it's like someone throws the emergency brake on his brain as something dawns on him. Oh. Yeah, no, dude, I'm not gonna be able to do that.
Oh, why not?
Nah, like, well, a couple of reasons, actually. Serafina, he sort of gestures to Serafina, who is currently, in a conversation with, Shadowthorn. She's kind of like got this whole pacifism thing going, so she's really not into like violent events for entertainment. So I think from like a core morality perspective, she's gonna object to being in it. Second thing is Frostbite. He's
Yes.
he has like some basic control problems, and he has a lot of anxieties about that, and I don't want to put him in a position where he's going to be like worried about keeping a hold of himself and in the middle of town where there's people watching. Like, that just doesn't seem like a fun event for me, man. For him, man.
Perfectly understandable. Thought I'd check.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea, dude, but yeah, I can't. You should ask Fandral, man. I don't think they got any of the same hang-ups, like, and he kind of seems like the kind of guy who might be really up to that, or he
Yes.
might not.
I believe I could probably persuade him.
Oh, yeah, you're pretty persuasive, man. I'm sure you got him. My only thing is that he's like kind of he's kind of high and mighty like that,
Yeah.
and I don't think he might. I think he might like think something like this is a little uncouth and beneath his sensibilities, which is fine. I mean, I respect that. Everybody's got to have like standards and stuff. Not my standards, but yeah, I'd ask him.
All right. I'll leave you to it.
Oh, cool, dude. You have a good one.
You as well.
He throws you the horns and then gets back to playing the piano.
All right. I'll go over to Kay and say, unfortunately, Riff and his party will not be able to.
So we start a fight with the other group.
He's afraid of Frostbite and Serafina being potentially uncomfortable with such a situation, which understandable. Believe
Don't
me.
we still have an apps for Frostbite? Or
I
what
don't have
would
it on
we
me.
do with that? I think
At least I
Talos
don't think
has
I
it.
Yeah, I was actually about to ask about that.
Yeah, it's still somewhere in Talos's pockets.
Or-
I did put the staff of plus oneness into the party loop, by the way.
Ah.
Serafina? Seraphine.
Oh,
Wait,
Talos.
good evening, Talos.
Where is Frostbite?
He's likely outside town right now.
Do you know where he might be?
Yes, he mostly sleeps, well, keeps his spot, in the woods, or just a little ways into the woods by the orchard. In the northeast.
Northeast. By the orchard. Okay. He's not sleeping, is he?
By now? No, he's probably... He might be reading.
Oh. Wait, I gave
Or,
him only one book, right? I think.
yes. Yes, you gave him the first Tamashan book. He's been very into the book that you gave him.
That's great.
Or he might be trying to meditate. I've tried to teach him some ways of
Back. Sorry.
coping with the impulses that the Draught of Discord has placed upon him.
Well, I'll go see him. I have a gift. I think he might like it.
Oh, well, that's lovely. I'm sure he'll be very grateful. And I have been trying because I think it'll be good for him to actually do so. But if you agree, I think it might help to hear from you too that he may want to come into town for the festival when it happens.
Yes. I'll ask him.
Very good. Thank you.
I'll be back.
Ooh.
Can I quickly run?
Well, quickly. You have to squeeze through a bit of a crowd and
As quickly as shuffling your feet. Go right people. He's gonna go to barkeep and ask, can I have 2 more hot chocolate?
yeah. Faster than before. Perhaps the milk is already heated. Damask comes back with a pair of mugs of milk with melted chocolate within.
Give him five silver packs.
This is a lot more than... Oh, right, tips. That's a thing.
Great.
Thank you kindly,
you.
Talos.
I'll grab 2 of them, and I'll get shuffle out.
Okay. Whilst Talos is making his way to the woods, Kea and Cecil, you are having a conversation.
Yes. So yeah, I was trying to convince Vandra will probably be our best bet then. I think me and Biblo might be able to. I have an idea, but...
Eh? Biblo's head is just like leaning over, looking at you across the bar.
Oh, I need Biblo. I'm not gonna say it across the bar. Shout it across the bar.
I was muted, but yeah.
He comes and sits over here with his tankard floating beside him.
Very good. So what is this
This is the
plan?
chair.
Well,
Is Biblo in
Quite
Kaya's
simple.
lap now?
yeah.
Wait,
Is it
Is
just
he?
like Kaya and then Biblo and then Mouse?
wait, huh? Is he?
He's like just kicked his legs.
If I
and they-
move Kaya, there's a Biblo.
Yeah.
Oh, am I in the? Oh. Should I be here? Where should I
I
go?
mean, it's probably. Never mind. Live your best life, little man.
Oh, okay.
Biblo sits on the table, Shadowthorn and Seraphina just like look at him.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Starts swinging his little legs over the edge of it.
Okay.
little guy.
Well, it's not a very complicated plan. I think we just apply it to Vandrill's desire to show off.
Oh yeah, he does seem pretty showy.
Yes. Tell him, pitch the idea to him, and tell him it'd probably be a good chance for him to show off the raiders' abilities.
Just to
and
clarify,
whatnot.
you two are openly discussing this plan in front of Seraphina and Shadowthorn.
We shouldn't.
No, okay, no, we wouldn't do that. I'll sit on the.
That's what people.
Whoop, zip, whoop.
Alright, here.
Huddle.
There are free tables if you want to like huddle up.
Yeah, we could, like,
Yeah, let's huddle up on a
Yeah.
free table.
Let's go huddle up.
here, this one has 3
Oh.
seats.
Yes, there we go.
Oh yeah, perfect. He still sits on the edge of the table.
Whoa, what the?
Quentin gets another mead.
Ooh.
What
Yep,
did,
mouse.
It's really good.
you can't use the stairway. It looks disabled.
Oh, I think you accidentally clicked. He clicked into Barton's homestead, I believe.
I don't even know how I did that.
Because your pog was probably right on top of it.
I like how it says it looks disabled, as if it doesn't know that it is. It's what?
Why are you talking like you're quoting that photograph of the vending machine? That's
It's a
like,
very passive UI.
Yeah.
Oh, it is disabled. Eh. Okay, the door was locked. You can go back in now.
Alright, I'm coming back. What? Why can't I? What the fuck? Can I enter other places?
Yes.
Mouse can live here. The mouse can move to corners of the box.
Yes.
Yes.
I give the mouse a little bit of soup.
Okay, I guess I need to reset this. One sec.
But yes, we'll approach Vandril. I'll spin up a yarn about how how the festival is likely. This one's not much of a yarn. The festival's fairly slapdash and probably rather boring.
Oh, so
They
you're
will-
just coming straight out with it and whatnot? Okay.
Well, it leaves
Yeah.
a vacuum for, a show to be had.
Yes, and tell him. Well, maybe we should do a surprise champions clash.
Yeah, Nuva, it looks
Oh.
like you went in the mayor's house and not into the Silver Arm.
I'm now staring at the Silver Arm Inn.
Become the highlight of the festival.
Yeah, because
there's
you
not-
reset when you reloaded. The Silver Arm Inn was the active scene, which put you in there, but made your token. Your token didn't leave where it was.
Could you do me a favor? So, thank you.
Hmm.
Okay, and then I just need to move over, trying to select my pog. There we go. Holy shit. Alright, and then I'll. Do I move? I'm gonna sit over there. Over here. There we go. Sorry. Continue. My bad.
But just it'll be the highlight of the festival. All eyes will be on him.
Well, I don't know all of this, but a man like him would think that it's a better opportunity for him because he's gonna kick our ass, guaranteed, right?
Yes. Yes.
So we don't even have to sell like, oh, you'll get all the eyes on you. He'll just think that inherently by being involved. But also, it sounds pretty fun.
Yes, and Cecil also has the charming liar feat. So I
Oh.
can
Ooh.
spin that while being charming.
Oh.
Interesting feat for a magus to take.
I think I've also got some ways to grease the wheels, so I could accompany you on that for sure.
Oh no, no, Trilby.
I see Trilby has awoken.
Yes, he is no longer. Yes, no, buddy.
Father, the Trilby has awoken!
Yes, yes. Look at the ribbon. No, it's up
We
there.
just have to figure out the best time to bring this up to him. we'll be in the most receiving mood for it.
Oh, what about?
I imagine not right now, considering he's charming his way. Right
I
now.
mean, wouldn't the best way to get in his good graces be to go sit and be charmed by him?
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, and also drink too much. Let's do that. That sounds fun.
Well, if you want to do that, Kea,
Well-
because he's charming woman right now.
I mean, that seems to be his specialty, but
I'm not sure how kindly it would take to me and Biblo showing up.
Oh, I think he would love having me there. Everybody loves having me there.
sure, okay. Kea will walk over here and look at his stool pointedly and say, "Mind if I join you?"
Fandrel, Magna, and a tavern patron
Regular.
that you don't really know the name of. All look at you. To which Fandrel replies, "Of course. Good evening, Kea. Trilby, you reset the game." I gave you the ribbon. You did it again. Okay, this might be too good of a toy, actually.
Yep.
Sorry, he's jumping around a bit on his bed and actually he's kind of put a couple holes in this. Don't want you to eat it, stupid. You're just supposed to play with it.
Trilby is a perfect son. So Biblo walks over and does like the same kind of pose and everything. Says, "Mind if I join you?"
I think we're out of stools at this point, Biblo.
Oh, I could just sit on the edge of the table.
Cecil just puts his face into his palm.
Biblo uses summon instrument and makes a little tiny harp and just gives it like a pring and looks as cherubic as possible.
Kea will also just put her palm on her forehead and sigh.
You know what? No, it's okay, Fandrel. I think I'll catch you tomorrow, maybe. No, you don't. Oh.
No, I'll take Biblo elsewhere. Sorry. Come on, and she'll like
Oh.
pick him up
You see in
and
the
head back to
background-
the bar.
You see in the background Quinn's like offering another cup of mead to Brandenburg. It's like a
Biblo,
very different night.
Biblo squeaks like a squeaky toy when you pick him up.
Dr. Brandenburg accepts the drink gratefully. I don't usually drink at night, but I appreciate the gesture.
Yeah, it's been a long week.
Mm. I wonder what the truth is about that letter that was found everywhere. Those taxes were onerous, but to think that there was some sort of malignant plan behind them, besides just the emergency accrual of funds.
I mean, it makes sense. Where else would the people go if all of a sudden the city dried up? It's not like they're gonna travel all the way back to the main regions of Ardania.
No, but I think many might choose to go to Greensport, though that city itself is already crowded enough that many are sent to Barton's Homestead in the first place, as just a means of ensuring slums do not develop. Likely there might be settlement in Trilby, Trilby, what is up? Here, come on.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna be here. Okay, fine.
He's
jump
high
down.
on his own supply.
Uh-oh.
What does that mean?
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
No, Trilby just decided to. Oh fuck! What did he do?
Living his best life.
No, all of the tokens are highlighted, but they're not selected. I don't know which hotkey he hit. Oh. That was me that time. Okay, well, refreshing changed it, so. Anyway, Fandral, after the loss of the other, his other conversation mate, goes back to speaking with Magna after you vacate. And you, Quint, were speaking to Dr. Brandenburg. Trilby, don't step on that, please. Hey. Sorry, I don't know
Yeah.
why.
For some reason, Justice Hammerstrike and the Peasant are controllable by us. I don't know why.
What?
So-
It's anybody. I could be the mayor's assistant. I can
Oh.
be
Really? I could just be Justice Hammerstrike and the Present.
Riff. I can be these two peasants over here.
Justice
Can't
Hammerstrike and
be
the
Zephyr.
Present is like my
I can be
favorite
Riff
band.
as well. So those three, I don't know why.
I can be Magna.
This token represents
yeah,
an
her
actor
too.
no longer.
There's a few that I can't, but yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Would you all mind refreshing, please?
Okay, I'm
Right.
sorry.
No, it's not you. It's my cat. Yeah, you.
Mhm.
Your cat.
It's a powerful ass cat, man.
Alright, it's time to refresh. Because of that cat.
Trilby doing this.
Right. So,
Here, Mike, sorry.
okay.
So really, who am I but the cat of players?
What?
You don't walk over my keyboard.
Yes, but I also immediately realized I could be other people and abuse that power. Oh no, I can be Shadowthorn and
What?
Seraphina.
Permissions must have got mixed up or
Oh,
something.
for fuck's sake. Okay, hold on.
Complete mayhem.
Oh, you went out.
Actually, that might have been me. That might not have been Trilby. I'm still going to blame him, but
Alright.
yeah. Steve, you can move them now.
I mean, I can't because the game is paused, but I can still select.
I can select the peasants and Magna. Oh, and Justice Hammerstrike.
Okay.
Alright, I'm back. I now have a Bon Me.
Don't worry, I
Probably
derailed the whole
best-
campaign while you were gone.
Probably best not to worry about it for now.
That sounds so good.
It's got tofu.
Oh my god, okay, I need to buy tofu again. I've made tofu banh mi's for myself in the past, and they were the best.
The best?
Yeah. Well, not maybe probably not the best banh mi you can get, but in this town, probably.
You
I don't-
you really backpedaled that. I wasn't even trying.
Well, I'm not gonna claim that I make the best banh mi in the world. That's insane. But you know, it was nice to have.
Trilby. I'm busy, buddy. I can't play with you right now. Okay. So yeah. What is wand? What is yous doing?
As Kaya sits at the bar, she's going to try, like, squeezing Biblo to see if she can make him squeak again.
Oh yeah, he does so.
It's like a dog toy.
I like how it squeaks when you start talking to.
Yeah, that's never happened before, and it's very appropriate right now.
Oh.
Yeah, there's some. Are you using push to talk or?
On my headset, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm just clanging around in the kitchen a little bit, so.
Well, that must be it.
Oh. Well, shoot.
Anyway, the peasant says A.
Hey.
Yep.
Anyway.
He hits the jukes box and he goes, hey.
Okay. So yeah. Quint, you were having a conversation with Dr. Brandenburg, and then
Yes.
a number of cats ran into the inn
Wow.
and distracted everyone. But you can begin again.
Yeah, I was just saying it's been a long week, so I figured, you know, might as well.
Right. She was
Yeah,
asking
yeah.
you about the letter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. From what little I know of the guy, he does seem the Baron, that is, seems pretty like small-minded, I suppose.
Mm.
So wouldn't put it past him.
And to think the evidence of his malfeasance was discovered just a few feet away from us.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Mm.
I don't know how they managed to do it, but I'm impressed.
Yes, it would no doubt be an impressive feat. From what I understood, there were 2 guards in the hallway leading to the Snidley, his name is? Room?
I don't remember what his name is. He's a weird guy. Like, seems really paranoid for somebody who's supposed to be like administering this town.
Yes, I have had the misfortune of meeting him in the interim, and he is loathsome and worm-like.
God, Brandenburg rules.
Yeah. Gotta start calling people loathsome and worm-like more often. That rules.
Yeah. God, Spammy is really fucking good.
Mm.
Well, I mean, what have you been up to? I haven't really been doing much purchasing in the town myself because of everything going on, but I've been trying to brush up on my smithing recently.
I had thought I'd seen you coming in and out of the smithy here. It is a wonderful vocation. I have often thought of using their facilities as well.
They know what they're doing. They were able to, and he kind of like shoulders his rifle over. They were able to put this rune on it like really effectively.
Oh, very good.
So it's having that kind of, it's beyond the canon of a simple, you know, person mending horseshoes, so they know their stuff.
that sort of thing is the exact manner of rune that I am attempting to forge for myself onto my device, but as yet I have not been able to complete the task.
You want to like take a look at it? Maybe you could like crib some notes.
That would be useful to me.
And he hands her the rifle.
Did I ask you where you initially found this rifle? Or came to possess it, I should say. It's very well cared for.
Normally he would be a little more cagey about this, but I think he's had a couple meads at this point. So he's just gonna kind of say, I got it out west, and I used to live in the Empire.
The Empire is south of you.
South of pardon me, out of character, the Doominian Empire?
Yes.
I feel like I'm having a stroke because I could have sworn that the Ardania was like northeast and Doominian Empire was northwest.
Well,
I thought
Nope.
a B2, no?
Directly is directly on the continent south. It's a really big continent, but yeah.
mm-hmm.
We need an updated map.
Map.
Map,
I
map.
don't
There's
disagree.
a world map in
I
the
was
wiki, but
yes, I was working on a updated map,
there's the-
and I have not yet.
Yeah, there's
finished it.
there's Averon, which is the little continent we're on right now. Then to the south, there's a really big continent with Viven, Doominian Empire, a bunch of other places.
Those are actually two separate continents technically, but
Yes. Yeah, they're really close together though. Yeah.
they touch. In fact,
Yep.
by
And
that
then there's
logic,
the,
Africa and Asia are the same continent.
Yeah,
That might
okay,
as well be, right?
I thought that little guy in the northwest was the Doominian Empire for some reason. Okay, so they're south of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I got it during my time in the living in the Doominian Empire.
Ah. Are you from there?
Little border town, yeah. Well, not really little, but small by comparison to some of the more central cities.
Yes, well, from my understanding, compared to some of the central cities, Throne would be a small border town.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no, I lived there once upon a time. Decided to get out when I wasn't comfortable with some of the more strict things the Empire got up to.
It's a bit of a culture shock for us here in Averon. A number of things that are commonplace in the Empire, from what I understand, are looked on poorly. But then
Yeah.
again, we have a nation ruled by vampires. And she shrugs.
Well, I'm gonna want to know more information about that, but very curious. Not that there's something inherently wrong with a vampire existing, but interesting.
That's honestly an argument one could have, to be perfectly honest.
Sure.
But be that as it may, if you don't mind me saying so, this appears to be a military rifle.
Yeah, it is.
You served in the Doomadian military?
For a time. I don't like to really look back upon it. It's part of why I left.
I will keep this to myself.
I appreciate it. But
You may...
tell me. Oh,
I
sorry.
am Alcandon, and that is... We have less of an interaction with the Empire in our history, but Ardanians... Well, it wasn't so long ago that I fought a war against them. It would be perhaps wise to ensure that not too many recognize this weapon.
Yeah, I've been taking some time to try to change its look a little bit. Maybe, do some a new body carving around the barrel itself.
Mm. You may wish to replace the stock entirely, otherwise the overall silhouette would be still recognizable. It's at this
Yeah,
point
absolutely.
that Damask shouts over to the two of you, "Hey! Weapons need to be by the door!"
Oops.
Hey, it's unloaded. It's fine.
That's
keep-
not how
Oh,
gun
no, it's not
safety
unloaded.
works.
I can see right there. It's loaded. Oh no. Quidron's.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I'll go put it by the door then.
Mm. Do you return to Brandenburg's seat?
Sure.
As you do, sit down. Thank you. Again, I would in particular make sure that the mask does not recognize the weapon, she says to you rather surreptitiously. A larger cousin of it is what removed his arm, from what I understand.
Got it. For what it's worth, I have no, other than my family living there, I have no ties to that nation.
I am not judging you. I merely seek to advise.
I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. After all, you did buy me mead.
I mean, would you like another?
As I said, I do not usually drink at night.
Fair.
But I appreciate the offer.
And yeah, so we'll just kind of quietly enjoy our.
Now that
the
Quint and Brandenburg have thoroughly avoided and removed any sort of ire between the two of them, how does the rest of your plan go?
I guess yeah.
I thought they
I
were
guess-
good already.
They are. They have they have built up anti-antagonism points.
Yes.
Yeah, we are actively
Ooh.
listed under friends.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess Cecil will make his move now.
Why is a Toman standing next to Kea?
He's staring.
He's suspicious.
I guess she'll like shield Biblo a little bit, move him to the stool behind her.
Whoa.
Toman looks at his points towards his eyes and points at Biblo before moving back to his own spot.
Biblo points at his nose before honking it.
Toman reacts with a utterly confused shrug.
Just
Talos.
Yeah.
You went out looking for Frostbite.
Did.
From the description, you were told that he was somewhere over here. Ish.
Somewhere, what is that? Oh, there? Yeah. Oh shit, sorry.
You don't actually have to move your tokens over there, but it's more of a suggestion map. But yeah, you and your 100-foot tall self and your equally humongous yak stomp your way through Barton's homestead, destroying it utterly.
What? Listen, I help people in Mawid there.
And then your yak stands on top of the helm of the people who own the orchard.
Oopsies.
Roll a perception check.
It's a Hillness. Is it hidden?
Yes. You are trying to locate Frostbite's camp. He does not have a fire, though. So, however, he is very large, and you are able to espy his shoulders protruding on either side of the tree that he is leaning against fairly quickly.
I would kind of pull up and say, Frostbite.
He he startles, his head whipping towards you.
It's me.
And you see a patina of frost stretch its way across the bark of the tree he's leaning against before he relaxes at your sight. He goes, oh, that's not Frostbite's, bro. It's a little bit high pitched, although maybe that's appropriate. Hello, Talos. You're out late? Or
Yes, I'm here to see you.
thank you.
And he's gonna, as he's saying that, he's like kind of grabbing in his, I'm assuming a backpack or something, whatever he would carry it. He whips out the big ass axe.
Oh, while you're holding the hot chocolate?
Yes.
One hot chocolate is down. Is on the ground before.
Oh my. That's a large axe.
Yeah, that's for you.
But really?
I guess. Oh wait. Also that's for you. And then he gives the hot chocolate first.
Oh. And it's Minotaur portioned. Very thoughtful, thank you. What is it?
It's hot chocolate.
Hot.
Maybe not anymore.
I don't drink very many warm beverages. But
Well,
I'll just let it cool off a bit, and she'll be great in a few minutes.
Are you allergic to?
He holds his hand out to you, and so like gestures at you to touch it.
Oh, okay. He, Talos will kind of like put his head on it.
His head?
His hand.
His hand. I was about to say.
His head.
That was such a
Interesting.
cute image, though. Oh.
Frostbite would have been very confused, but yeah, placing your own hand against his, he is cold to the touch.
Oh shit.
My people, Sahiliathi, we adapted to our environment pretty drastically.
Are you okay?
Yes. Well, no, I'm a warrior of discord, which is a constant battle to maintain control of myself at all times. But other than that, yes. I'm not undead, if that's what you're worried about. This is normal for us, ice elves. We're just cold.
But sorry, I didn't know that. He's gonna put the cup down.
It's fine. It's if I just hold it for a while, it should chill down pretty quick. I think. I've been reading the book that you gave me.
Oh yeah, I've heard. You like it?
Yes, it's excellent. I haven't read many books, to be honest, but this is very interesting. I like this Thomas Shen character. He's very,
Good at
yes.
his job. Yeah.
well, not just competent, but he's good at being good, I guess.
Yeah, I understand.
Sort of like you, really.
Oh,
Yes,
well, I've
being
been trying
good
very hard.
and or helping and also being humble about it. And it's, occasionally you see people who do it very ostentatiously. I love Justice as a friend and a teammate and someone I depend upon, but he is very, very loud sometimes.
Holy, I'm talking shit behind his back. Yeah. Um, well, it's it's not bad to be proud of doing good.
No, I didn't mean to suggest it was. It's just I like the quiet, I guess.
Mm, me too. He's gonna. Well, are you? Did you finish the first one yet?
I'm nearly done. It's almost to the climax. He's gotten the strength of the weird dead god thing. I'll have to ask Serafina about how that works, but um, he's gone back to the town and he's challenging the dragon. So I'm sure that's going to be pretty um, eventful. I'm
Oh
something of a
yes.
slow reader, though, so but this is keeping my attention.
Well, I'm sure it's helping keeping you calm.
It is. It is,
Good.
really. Thank you.
Mhm.
I see that you have a hot chocolate as well.
Oh yes. He's the entire time he was talking, he was already started to sniff on it.
Mm. Would you like to sit with me?
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, this is Jody Prips.
I noted that you had a friend. Hello, Johnny Brave Soul. The yak
It's
makes a yak noise in acknowledgement.
Yak noise. Oh.
Yes, just
yeah.
like that.
He's very smart. My God gave it to me.
Frostbite
That is
opens
one of
his mouth to respond
that's one of the
before
funniest
closes
things
it again, and then goes, "That's very interesting. That seems like an
Oh,
honor."
it is. Um, I've only only seen a champion's mount maybe once in my life. I was told they're very loyal, strong, and smart and strong. Right, Johnny?
Johnny makes a yak noise in
See?
acknowledgement. He seems like a most worthy beast.
Mm, well, I'm sure Arnold wouldn't have sent it to me if it was not,
He nods.
because that would be very weird.
Yes, you'd expect that gifts from your god are to be typically helpful,
Mm,
or at least I imagine. That would rather call into question the use of having a god in the first place if they were just, hey, here's this pile of shit. Congratulations.
I think trickster gods do that sometimes.
To
Is
be
it
honest,
chaotic? Chaotic gods. There's
the gods of our people are, well, the original one is dead. So is the one that we sort of took on as a surrogate, and all the new gods are the well, elves can be very proud, and none of the new ones have really taken much hold yet.
Well,
I don't think many gods would like to take hold with us in the first place, to be honest.
I'm sure Arnulf wouldn't mind you.
Most ice elves are not the sort of person that I think Arnulf tries to associate with.
Well, I think the only requirement would be to protect people, perhaps.
Yes, there's an issue there, namely the core concept.
Oh, they're not good.
The Thahiliathi way is one of exploitation. I was created as a tool to use in raiding the ships of Averon for captives, and my people take captives to steal their life force in order to maintain their immortality. So, no. Some are, but most, or at least most that you will interact with not inside the Frozen Heart, they're not very good.
Well,
When I was young in the Frozen Heart, there were people that were just people. There are that have to maintain things and just get on with their lives. And they're fine, as far as I know, raised to believe in their own superiority, but not necessarily. No one, I think, is really inherently cruel, but life on the ice encourages it. He sits there for a second. I was born in an iceberg.
oh, what was that like?
Cold.
Do
It was
you
good
know?
though. I was comfortable.
Oh, that's right. You were cold.
Hmm. We all are. It's but that is called the Frozen Heart. It's our floating city. It's the only thing that we have now.
Are you ever going to go back there?
I wasn't wanted there in the first place, and I don't have any desire to change that. People here fear me in many cases, and in many cases
Sure.
I think they
You
have reason.
can change that.
I would like to.
Well, every day around in the morning, you can come with me and we can go help people.
Oh,
You are, well, I'm sure, perhaps stronger than me, so we can get a lot done. Maybe twice as fast.
all right. Yes. I'll follow
And
you.
also, there's a a, a party, a gathering, celebration. One of these things. there's gonna be a lot of people in town. You can show yourself, and people can get used to seeing you. Maybe you can keep the beverages cold.
That that seems a practical skill. So
Yes.
this is the festival thing that Serafina was telling me about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
You think it would be a wise idea for me to? I don't often do great in crowds. I can find them overwhelming.
It'll be fine. If anything happens, me and Johnny will simply carry you out.
I am very well. I suppose you are too. Sure. All right. I'll try.
Good, good. Now you can try the cold chocolate.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It's very. I like this. It's. I don't think I've had chocolate before. What is it?
Alice is like nodding in self-satisfaction. It's simply amazing. That's what it is.
You're right. All right. Meanwhile, back in the inn.
Yes.
Sal's, can you spell the ice elf culture, please, before we switch to a different topic?
That filthy F.
Hell
Yeah.
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 I didn't
I'll,
even
I'll put it
try.
in the.
I've already forgot what it was.
I just know the name now. Ilyathi.
Ah.
Ilyathi.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
one of
yeah.
those where I heard it, it slid off my head, and I was like, I'm gonna ask.
Mhm.
Like I've missed it.
Do any of you speak Elven?
Yes?
Maybe.
I
Yes.
think.
Uh,
Yes.
Cecil does. Cecil does. Yes.
All right. Well, anyone who speaks Elven, if later the name of Thahiliath or Thahiliathi were to be repeated to you, Thahiliathi means people from the kingdom of snow,
Hmm.
and Thahiliath is just the kingdom of snow.
Cool.
Oh, I see. I see.
I was born in a iceberg.
But you said
It's a
how
good icebreaker.
Oh my god.
Ah.
All right, I guess it's time to kill our GM. He's the final boss.
That's fair.
Alright.
We have committed worse crimes.
So, I was not one of those. Let it be recorded in history.
Okay. So, how do you plan to antagonize Fandral is now the question. Or
I'm not gonna antagonize him.
oh, I now notice that you are sitting at the table with Fandral.
Yes, I was. I said I was gonna approach, and then you cut over to
Oh,
to
forgive me.
Talos. It's
All
all
right,
good.
you approach Fandral and Magna, who had returned to their conversation, and now both look up at you. Magna, somewhat more friendly, in a somewhat more friendly manner. Cecil.
Fandral.
Cecil.
I like to apologize for my comic companions. I
They're
know how
entertaining.
one can interrupt one's attempts to woo and go sour.
Who says that I'm trying to woo anyone? Oh, is that not what we're doing? Too bad. I thought I must be a waste of my time. Oh well, if that's the case, I'll see you later, Fandral. Wait, no. Fandral turns back to you, Cecil, and he is not
Well,
quite so dreamy when he's clearly pissed off. All right. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, I apologize now.
Hmm.
Have you heard of the, well, I'm sure you've heard of the festival happening next week, yes?
Yes, it's everywhere.
Yes. And how it seems like it's probably going to be rather slapdash together?
Yes,
Yes.
it's probably going to be really rather dull.
Yes. Well, I was coming to you with a proposition in regards to that, actually.
And
To make us the focus of the festival. Have you heard of the tradition of the Champions Clash?
of course I heard of it. A champion's call.
Yes.
You couldn't
Champions
know.
Clash, Champions Call. Whatever name you prefer.
Mm. Are you suggesting that I commit my friends to fighting you to unconsciousness in the middle of the square?
I suppose so, yes. Hopefully not that far, but...
Seems awfully uncouth.
Well, I was thinking it would be, with how dull the festival is likely to be, having a surprise Champions Call would be the perfect way to get some eyes on both of our parties. And showcase our abilities instead of just having people go to the board and ask us to take care of other problems that might be coming to us directly instead. Along with those maybe from outside of town who might show up as well.
From what I understand, it's really the board that is supposed to be how we get contacted, but more than that, you're asking me to suffer potential harm for base entertainment. Also, you know
Well, if
that
you-
this is primarily a way of selling scores.
Well, if that unconfident.
I'm sorry?
Oh, well, it seems you're rather worried about getting hurt.
Roll deception.
Alright.
You're trying to goad me. He just sort of looks at you with a raised eyebrow. Do you really think it would be that easy?
Oh, I've accidentally gone upstairs. Okay, there we go.
Oh.
Could
Biblo erupts.
could Biblo overhear this? Could he attempt to
Eh.
perception to see if he's overhearing?
Sure. I mean, if people is listening in, neither of them are whispering, so.
Alright.
I must have not rolled good.
Oh, god damn it. Anyway, 16.
Yes, you can hear.
I want to attempt to help Cecil out here by kind of shouting a little bit across the bar. Oh, Cecil, is he wussing out? Is he wussing out, Cecil? Ah, boy. That's not his voice, but anyway.
Fandral looks
Ah, what
at
a
you
shame.
with a sneer of utter disregard. Just being like, oh, please. As if some sort of schoolyard taunting could, at this point, the table from back here flies over his head and lands over here. The piano stops playing as the woman who had been talking to Denaxis, or the mayor's secretary, who had been talking to Denaxis, quite calmly, is suddenly throws herself up against the wall with her eyes wide as the centaur makes his way to you and Fandral before going, you calling Fandral a wuss?
Yes.
Oh. He's wussing out on a challenge! On a friendly, fun, exciting challenge, too, in front of everybody.
Okay, Cecil, what's your fortitude DC?
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
18.
Okay.
Sorry, man. I don't know what's going on, but good luck.
Gonna
I
eat
don't
me,
know what's
probably.
going on.
It's gonna eat you.
Yes, he is. Yeah, you're a bitch. I don't know what's going on. Crazy.
Oh shit. Well, that's annoying. Where did all his skills go?
In this moment, Biblo
Aha, he lost
makes a
all his
slide
skills.
whistle for himself. Takes a sip of his mead.
Aya checks. Other than being startled, the mayor's secretary is fine, right?
Oh yeah, she's absolutely fine. He hurled that table very carefully, as it turns out. Or with great dexterity. Okay, so got it. No, Trilby keeps turning off numlock. Okay.
What's the range on prestidigitate?
Oh, I was unmuted.
Target.
You should probably not let your cat sleep on your keyboard.
He wasn't sleeping. He was tap dancing.
That's better. That's a cool thing that your cat is doing. I don't know what you should turn your camera on.
You attempt
you
to
just
throw
succeeded.
yourself. Yeah, you attempt to throw yourself out of the way as you see it coming, but he grabs you and pulls you up to his face level, and goes, "You think you can call my friends a wuss? You answer to me, you tiny little dipshit. And if you think that you can scare us out of fighting you and your pussy ass motherfuckers."
Whoa, just started GTA in here.
Whoa.
Whoa, hey, whoa!
Also, I never heard Cell say
Then
pussy.
you'll
Yeah, that's great.
then you
Yes,
face me. And then he just drops you. He does drop you from his height, though, which you're like 5'1", right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you fall about 3 feet onto the ground. Which, if you're not ready for it, doesn't hurt. Well, it does hurt, I should say, but it doesn't injure you at all.
Biblo pulls on the slide whistle as Cecil falls to the ground. And then casts Prestidigitation on Fandral to make the front of his tunic bright yellow.
Oh no!
And he goes, yellow belly.
Fandral snaps, and it switches back to normal.
Biblo switches it back. He's gonna be annoying. Man, what? You're afraid of people
Denexi's
finding out
sees
you're
this,
yellow belly?
goes to move towards you, Biblo,
Yeah.
potentially dangerously for Cecil
Yeah,
as he's in front of him on the ground. And
Sorry, bud.
it's at this point that Toman comes around the corner and goes, "Hey! Put that table back."
I like how it's not the fighting, it's not the people, it's the property damage.
It always is.
Denexes picks up the table, replaces it where it was. Amazingly, the table is still intact. Before he then reaches down, picks Cecil up by the scruff of his neck, drops him on the table next to Biblo, and leans down over the two of you until he's basically face to face with the sitting on the table Biblo and the reclined on the table Cecil, and growls at you both. "You're on." This is
Let's see
then
you in a week's
somewhat
time, then.
the intimidation factor is then somewhat damaged by him then turning and going up the stairs, which is not terribly graceful for a centaur, particularly of one of his size. But he makes it. Well, I suppose you've gotten what you wanted.
It'll be fun.
For one of us.
Just one?
Oops. There we go.
I think it'll be fun for at least me and Cecil. That's two,
Not
right?
quite how I intended it, but
Yeah.
success is
Right.
success.
That's not how you intended it to go?
No.
Okay. If you say so.
Entschuldigung.
Huh?
What just happened?
This is Dr. Brandenburg.
She's the German one.
Yep. I think my idiot friends just challenged well, they were themselves, and now we're fighting a duel as parties.
We are?
Yeah.
Yeah, Biblo messages Quint in his ear.
Yeah, we got it on lock.
Oh, okay.
Dr.
Well.
Brandenburg stands. Then you will excuse me.
Well,
For the
have a good
moment,
night,
Sorry.
Doctor.
I am not able
Please
to
don't.
fraternize with the enemy.
Yeah, have a good night, Doctor.
Please
as
don't
well.
hold it against Quint. It was.
Good night.
Kaya is just going to like bury her head in the table and like hide under her wings.
I don't know, I think it'll be fun.
Ileana puts a wine glass next to you. Next to Kaya, before walking back.
Thank you.
And with that, I think we'll call
I like
it
this
for
guy. I like
tonight.
this guy. Who's this guy?
What, that guy?
Yeah,
That's
he's got a good hat.
he does have a good hat. He's a guy. You could ask him who he is.
He looks
I
like
said,
he's a
I
local.
say, hey, nice hat.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Nod.
It looks like
He
an
nods
old
back at you.
Doctor Who.
he looks like
does
Owen
look like an
Wilson
old Doctor
taking
Who.
a big swing with a new look.
Yeah. He looks like if Owen Wilson was playing Tom Bombadil.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He has
Honestly, great casting.
major Shire vibes.
Shire vibes.
Okay. With that, we will sign off for tonight. Next week we
Yeah.
will start on time.
Okay.
Indeed.
And
It's a lot of fun. I
I'm-
hope it wasn't too annoying.
No.
Sal, how
No,
did
it was.
how did my
You
deception roll
succeeded
go?
beyond our wildest dreams.
Your deception was actually quite close,
Oh,
Ooh.
nice. Okay.
but he has.
Not good enough.
Yes, you rolled a 15. He has a perception of +6, so
Damn.
I think.
So close. So far.
All right.
Eagle.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Alrighty. Whoa, lightning outside. Ooh.
Good night.
Be safe
Good night.
in Canada. Goodbye.
Oh, actually
He's going
no.
to Canada?
You know what? Tombstone, I did you wrong. I owe you one because he
Oh.
actually has a perception of +5, so you should have actually
Ah.
succeeded there.
You fool.
Oh well. We'll
Although
retcon.
guessing though, even if you were being convincing that you were trying to goad him, was pretty reasonable for him to do as well. But yeah, but really, I got the DC wrong. So yeah, in the
Next time I lie to someone.
well, yeah. Well,
Maybe.
no, actually, what I was going to do is, you for the fight against the Raiders, you can have a additional hero point.
Hell yeah.
That
All
seems
right
fair.
then. That does seem fair. Yes.
Otherwise, I hope that you all have a great night and a great week, that we can begin playing again next Sunday.
Yes.
Okay. Oh wait,
It's a
Wait
weird
a
way to
second.
phrase that, but yes.
Let me make sure that my birthday isn't falling on the weekend. Okay, it's on a Tuesday. Cool.
And we can finally kick Fandrel's ass, which has only been how many months in the making?
50 months.
Yes, that will
That's a lot of
definitely
months.
have no consequences.
Well, listen. Just if we accidentally murder anybody, it'll be really bad.
Nah, we would never go that far.
Why do
I
you
mean, it-
sound like you're about to go to fuck?
8 Eyes wouldn't. He's 17.
Somebody needs to look into
That's
the
true. If
correct
anyone
guy.
beats 8 Eyes up, it's child abuse.
Yeah.
You're right.
Huh.
If you
8
ever
Eyes
kill
again,
8
yeah.
Eyes, if you ever kill 8 Eyes, guess what character's gonna follow up after that? It's gonna be Osha. That's
8 Eyes is gonna do this.
Not like this, man.
Oh.
Hermit?
Man, wait.
I really cannot wait for like to start getting like the wrestler set. Like I'm looking forward to it. All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Also,
Bye.
Talos holding the Oh wait, no, people don't leave. I had a
What?
thing.
Oh, I won't leave. Okay.
Yes.
Are we missing anybody? Yeah, we're missing
Jake.
Jake. Jake.
Ah, Jake.
That
He's left
piece of
us.
shit. I hope I got on the recording.
Dun, 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 dun.
Can't wait a year from now when we were like doing like a recap and I'm just like we're all having fun and I'm just like, remember when Sal said pussy fucker?
Dude, he said it, man.
You didn't say that. I wish he had. That's funny.
I'll make sure to change it up every time on the recap.
Ooh, that's a strong one to come up with. Wow. Oof.
Yes, I know.
It was really good.
It's difficult
Trust
for me to fall into the headspace of someone who swears. I don't do it very well.
Who swears, period. End of sentence.
I remember. Let me give you a really quick fun story of how like at work I put on like a professional demeanor, and it turns out like, oh no, we're all casual at work. You can curse like a sailor, and then like 3 months from then, it's like, oh, here's Khaled. He's the worst. He's got a potty mouth. I'm just like, God, you're the ones that made it okay. Couldn't help it.
It
You
was
took
a
it too
trap
far.
and you fell right into it.
Well, yeah, but also they were picking up on the fact that I'm a bit of a weirdo. I mean, I had no chance.
Listen, man. You set yourself up. You gotta control the flow when you're letting loose like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jake's probably walked away from the computer, so we could maybe like DM
he's
him
not here.
afterwards.
Yeah.
What is it?
Oh well, I suppose it could be something that gets discussed over the week. So, so I recently redeemed a thing from being a loyal subscriber of Haver's channel.
Shit.
Ah,
Oh,
nice.
actually, this
Ah.
doesn't need to be recorded onto OBS, so I'm going to stop. Whoever's watching, have a good night.